going on? I'm here at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre here in Old City, Jerusalem. And I'm about to check this place out. Been here before. It's where they have the tomb of Christ. They have Calvary, the rocks of Calvary. They also have where they put the cross. They have the stone of anointing when you walk in, which is where they laid Christ when he came out the tomb. So it's a lot of people out here today. It's today, tomorrow they celebrate Easter. So we're about to go in and check it out. A lot of people out here today. What's going on? This right here is where they laid Christ when he came off the cross of Calvary. This is the spot where they laid him and they put the various spices in his body. This spot right here. What's going on? Behind me, you see this frame here. These are the rocks of Calvary. This is Calvary right here. This is Calvary. We are at Calvary and you can see some of the rocks of Calvary. This is where Christ sat when they put a crown of thorns on his head. He sat right there. That's where he sat when they put a crown of thorns on his head. So even though it's incredibly whitewashed, that is a spot where Christ hung. What's going on? This here at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre here in Old City, Jerusalem. And behind me is the place where the tomb of Christ was located. You see the people in line right there waiting to get in. Tomb of Christ right here, Old City, Jerusalem. They got a Hammond organ up in here, y'all. So one thing about Old City, Jerusalem is that it's an actual city in that, so you have the Islamic section, you have the Jewish quarter, you have the Christian quarter, I think there's an Armenian quarter, I can't remember, I don't know. You got corner stores like you see in the regular cities. So everything that you would typically see, it's just in a compacted area. Yeah. I'm here at the Western Wall here in Old City, Jerusalem. And this is considered the holiest place in Judaism. And right above that, you see the gold dome behind me. That is Dome of Rock, which the Muslims consider that the third most holiest place in their religion. It's Passover, so because it's Passover, not just Passover actually, it's Shabbat. Because it's the Shabbat, you can't actually film down there or do any videos, so tomorrow morning I'm gonna get some good shots down there. But right now, kind of hanging out here up on the steps, just getting some shots. I'll make my way back down to the wall. I didn't put a prayer in the wall because nothing wrong with doing that, but I know God hears me when I pray. So no need to write on a piece of paper, but nothing wrong with writing on a piece of paper either. You know, multiple ways you can communicate. I think the Jewish tradition is that if you write a prayer and stick it in the wall, it goes directly to God's ear, or some form of understanding like that. But quite a number of people out here today, a little cooler than normal, but just checking out the stuff here at the Western Wall. What's going on? I'm here at the Mount of Olives here in Jerusalem, East Jerusalem. This is the place where Christ is going to descend, and it's the place where he did ascend, right here at the Mount of Olives.
We're on top of the world, it seems, looking down on the tombs, and this is the spot where Jesus is coming back. If you comes right now, we're going to meet him first before you. How about that?
I'll be first in the kingdom.
I'll be second and third.
I just want to get in.
I'll be first in the kingdom.
I hope I get it.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be first. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
Oh, I'm getting in.
Going to check out the Tomb of the Prophets. Looks like I'm going down into a cave. I really don't know what's here though. What's going on? I'm here at the Tomb of the Prophets. The prophets Zechariah, Malachi, and Haggai are in this cave here. Here in the Garden of Gethsemane, here where Christ prayed. Long time ago. Talked to the keeper of the garden. He's been working here for 21 years. His father was here for 42 years before that. He was showing some leaf on one of the olive trees where he said that the leaf was medicine, and if you take the leaf, it does all kind of things like healing, and you need to get pregnant, it gets you pregnant. He's the only one that's allowed in there. In the actual, this is the garden, but he's the only one allowed behind these the barrier here in Jerusalem. So this tree behind me is one of the originals. It's about 2,000 years old, according to the keeper of the garden. It's a pretty large one too. 2,000 years old. And I'm about to take me a piece of it. Happy Sunday. I'm here in Jerusalem on the day they celebrate Easter, Resurrection Sunday. Here at the Damascus Gate, here in the old city, Jerusalem. And I'm out here chilling. It's an unusually cold day. It rained earlier. It actually hailed a little bit earlier, or freezing rain. So we're out here this morning, Sunday morning, Resurrection Sunday. And I think we're gonna hit up the Western Wall. And it's just really nice to be here on this day in Old City, Jerusalem. We're out here today, right?
It's nice day.
It's not a nice. It is nice. It is a nice day. It's just chilly.
How is the weather in your country now?
And where I live, it's about 75 degrees right now.
75 to 80.
Like here.
It's warmer.
75 to
Warmer.
80.
Warm. Which state you come from?
United
Florida?
States. We come from Maryland.
As you like, my friend. Have a nice day and God bless you.
God bless. Have a nice day, bro.
God bless you.
All right. We are going into Damascus Gate. So I'm in the Arab Quarter here in Old City, Jerusalem on Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday, the day everyone celebrates Daddy Rose. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good. So, but one thing though, you gotta remember as well, today's also Palm Sunday for the Orthodox Christians. So there are a lot of people who got Palm in the area because it is also Palm Sunday as well. So, and then next week is their Easter Resurrection Day, day he got up situation. So like all through the streets here, Old City, Jerusalem, they have a lot of vendors. They sell pretty much everything, even like, you know, bras and panties and stuff like that. As I mentioned earlier, people do live out here. But there was one shirt I saw in particular which was funny, but also messed up. And the t-shirt said, "I got stoned in Gaza." So if you, it's real messed up. Yeah, it's that. Old City, Jerusalem, baby.
Ginger.
What's going on? I'm here Sunday morning at the wall here in Old City, Jerusalem, and I'm having a great time on this Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday, Palm Sunday. If you're Orthodox Christian, Resurrection Day, whatever you want to call it. I'm here today, and had a great time here. chilling with the various people here. Talk to you later.